I bought the entire new series of LEGO minifigures and upgraded each one. If you end up with a boring little figure, today you'll learn how to turn it into a cool character. So be sure to watch the video until the end. If you like the idea of minifigure upgrades, don't forget to follow me. Let's get started. These figures from Dungeons & Dragons are, among all the LEGO minifigure series, proven to be the most challenging upgrade subjects. How do you improve something that's already so cool? However, the characters I created ended up being some of the most interesting. In the first box, there's an elf sorcerer minifigure. This is one of my favorite minifigures in the series. The elf sorcerer has very beautiful printing on the body. He has two unique pieces among his accessories: a dagger and a staff with a cool purple eye. The set includes two yellow heads, with two different facial expressions. Finally, LEGO gave us a new hairstyle, with yellow elf ears. I will keep the knife and the eyes for future customization. For the wizard, I will replace the shoulder pads with the blue cape from the Hawkeye minifigure. I will add a leather bag and a red scarf, and put a magic hat on his head. I will build a staff that matches the wizard's colors. In his other hand, he will have a custom magic book. Now he looks like a wandering wizard. I will add him to my fantasy world. You can use the dragon or his dog from Hagrid's Hunt as a pet. For quick travel, I built a saddle on the back of a large eagle. This is the next minifigure in the Celestial Guardian series. It really makes me happy. He is definitely a mind flayer. His head is a new unique piece. Very cool. It doesn't have any extra accessories, but has a cooler minion. Intellect Devourer. I immediately bought 3 of these minifigures to assemble several characters. I used tentacle-shaped legs and the upper part of a robe. I use a black collar, and build a staff with long hair. With his other hand, this demon will open a portal to summon his monsters. I use this character to form my new Dark Elf faction. For the next custom character, I will take parts from a ninja LEGO minifigure. Replace the arms with parts of the appropriate color. Add small wings and the head of a mind flayer. As a weapon, he'll have a spear. This demon warrior can't fly, but is still very fast. This helps him deal with multiple opponents at once. For the third customization, I use the mind flayer's robe. I'll take the head from the diadem of Ravenclaw from Harry Potter, because it doesn't have eyes. I'll add a black hooded cloak, and a curved staff with a purple crystal, so he can see. I will build long tentacles with black parts and purple eyes. No one knows what the Water Watcher looks like, because everyone who encounters him dies immediately. The next box has a Tiefling wizard minifigure. This minifigure looks really cool. She has many beautiful prints and a new, unique spell component. The set includes 2 orange heads. Each head has 2 different facial expressions. This character has many new and unique details. I especially like this red dragon baby. This is already the second small dragon from LEGO this year. It looks very similar to the old classic dragons. I will take parts from an old minifigure video. Build a magic elf. I'll put a headscarf on her head. The elf's hand will hold a new magic component. This character can be summoned by the wizard for use in battle. I'm using new foot pieces to make a Tiefling. I'll take the body from a barbarian, adding gold legs and a fur cloak. We're using a round shield and a spear as weapons. Now Satan's team will finally have a female. In the next box is the simplest minifigure in the series. This is the Vampire Lord Strahd von Zarovich. He doesn't have as interesting prints as the other minifigures. He has 2 facial expressions on his head. The only accessory is a bloodless glass goblet, and a standard knight sword. However, it has a new body with a unique color, with red glasses. The vampire's grey color looks more like a zombie, so I will replace the head, and add a fur cloak. I'm using Doctor Strange's hair, and will replace this sword with a beautiful blade from Harry Potter. Now, this vampire can lead his vampire army into battle. The torso print gave me another idea. I'm going to replace the fur cloak with a commander with a red collar, and shoulder pads. Using Dr. Octopus head and black facial hair, he will hold the commander's saber in his hands, and a golden cane. This is Count Barovich, an army general from the steampunk world. This is the first custom in this style for me. The next character in this new series turned out to be Miss Paris. She has a fun orange robe, a long cape of the same color. The set includes 2 transparent cubes, but the most interesting part of this minifigure is his mask. Beneath is a plain black head with no design, and the character's face is printed on the mask itself. I'm going to take the green tail from the Gorgon, taking the body from the Harry Potter mermaid set, adding gold, with spiky shoulder pads and some golden bracelets. In his right hand, he will hold a staff shaped like a snake. In his other hand is a magic shield. This will allow him to control even the largest reptiles. I will make this character the leader of a new troll tribe in my fantasy world. The mistress of snakes uses the same mask. I'm going to add a Lamia's body, regular shoulder pads and legs from a ninja LEGO minifigure. From these details, I could assemble a rider on a lizard. And in the next box, there's another cool minifigure. Tasha, Witch Queen. I really like her look. A nice red-haired hat. There are lots of prints all over her body. Her head has 2 facial expressions. Each expression has a sphere in the shape of a magic rune. The set includes a standard cauldron with pink flames, and a spellbook with a new, cool cover. However, the body of this figure doesn't look like a witch. To build this witch, I will take the Gandalf minifigure, and replace the arms and head with yellow parts. I will add a magical detail in her hand, and replace the flames in the cauldron with green details. As an assistant, the witch will have a grey cat from The Simpsons. Now, in my fantasy world, there will be a witch brewing poisons and potions. But what attracts me the most is the detail of the torso and legs. There are many tightening straps around the waist and arms. Almost the entire character is made of black and grey, just like an assassin. So I took grey shoulder pads and a black mask. I used the barbarian's head, because his eyes are grey painted. I will add black hair and a new blade from the elven sorcerer. For this character, a new black rat here will also come in handy. This will be an assassin from a fantasy world. With the help of a magical rat, he sneaks into the place and monitors his target through the eyes of a servant. When the victim is alone, the assassin jumps out of the darkness and delivers a fatal blow. The next character in this series is the wandering elf, Bart. She has a beautiful, bright print, a white shirt, an expensive turquoise vest and a pink scarf. Here we have 2 heads with different facial expressions. Minifigure has a new white hairpiece with elf ears, as well as a golden saber and a new, very nicely designed lute. I'll give the lute right away. The musician performing in Lego City Square. Then I will immediately use the elf's hair for the moon priestess. I'll take the body from the elf Alvin, add a white cloak with glitter, and another cloak from the X-Men minifigure. The priestess's hand will hold a vial of moonlight. She will be the guardian of the Moon Elf Temple. I will add a white collar to Coin's shirt, short legs and a goblin head from Harry Potter. This character will be the jeweler in my magic item shop. Play Touch Brother. In the next box, we found a halfling druid. This is a very interesting character. I really like him. He has an interesting print on his torso, dual-colored short legs, a short reversible cape, and an exclusive hood with antlers. The set again includes 2 heads with different faces, a long assembled staff and a new color with a nice printed bird. However, for my fantasy world, I will create a more interesting character. I will replace the legs with the brown legs of a fawn. I will put a leather bag on his shoulder. I'll add another cloak on his back. This will help the character hide in the woods. I will use the head of the new Ninja Lego minifigure, and add a black beard. I will make the staff simpler, more like a regular twig. In the other hand, he will hold a forest mushroom. This character will be a forest elf. He protects his forest from pests, and communicates with animals, and studies new plants, records his knowledge in books. Another ability of this character is to turn into an eagle, and watches over the forest from above. Next up is the dwarf barbarian. This minifigure is very similar to what we usually see in the standard Lego minifigure series. Very similar to what we see. A fun torso and a nice print of fur gloves on the hands. There's a horn made of animal tusks on the back of the figure. This character also comes with 2 heads with different faces, fun red hair, a standard cloak and a simple torch. But the new axe details are really cool. From this minifigure, I can assemble a whole series of dwarfs. To make it more diverse, I'll add shorter legs, replace the cloak with brown shoulder pads, and use a red beard instead of hair. I will use Gimli's helmet, and give the dwarf a round steel shield in the other hand, to make him look more like a warrior. But if you prefer a classic medieval theme, you can assemble a northern Viking. Let's take some parts from the Viking village set. Take the beard and shield from the Rivendell set. Customized helmet and a brown cloak. Now this character is ready to set sail. Go in search of new fertile lands. In the next box, I have received the mighty lick, Faster. A beautiful red cloak with a bone pattern. On the chest, there's a long cloak with a high collar at the back. He's wielding fire magic in his hand, and one made of transparent red plastic. The cool details of a classic skull. I really like this minifigure's head. He reminds me of Coop from the Fallout series. So I'll get the long cloak from a Jurassic Park minifigure, and give this gal a revolver and a musket. Now he can start bounty hunting. The Licker's cloak is difficult to use, because it depicts a skeleton, but I'll still replace it with a part with a flame design. On the top part of the cloak, I will add a black beard to hide the photography, and bring a nice hat from the Disney minifigure series. This character's hands will be charred and blackened, because he will be a fire mage, attacking his enemies with powerful fire spells. He will have a little dragon from a previous minifigure to keep him company. Another character in this series is White Liu Xing. He has a rather interesting print on his leather breastplate, modified white legs, a new, unique eagle head and white wings. This minifigure also comes with a cool tool component, and a little grey hat. I will immediately add it to my large collection of various dogs. Now there will be a puppy among them. Next, I will take the minifigure of Princess Lanya and replace his head and arms. I will add a white cloak, new wings and a hood from various brown parts. I will build a long wooden cross. In the other hand, the Archangel will hold a sword covered with golden leaves. I will add this character to my Empire of Light. The Archangel will be the guardian of the Light Temple of Light. From the remaining parts, I can also assemble some interesting characters by combining the torso with the bard's legs and add a green cloak, a bow and a quiver of arrows. I built an elven scalp for my dream elves, using the eagle head of the Sky Warrior and old series Lego minifigures, and golden wings. You can assemble Zeus, the ancient Greek god. But let's quickly open the next box, because it contains the coolest minifigure in this series. It's the Dragon Wing Paladin. For only $4, we get an incredibly cool minifigure, with a new plate armor piece, a beautiful assembled Morgan's Turn, and a teardrop-shaped shield with a new badge. This character has a new, uncolored dragon head. Under the armor is a cooler print of a white cloak. For the customization, I immediately bought a few golden dragons. For them, I will take a few white cloaks, a dwarf barbarian's beard and white hair, and a weapon with a silver headband. I will assemble a large hammer. In the character's other hand, there will be a holy book, with an image of a star on it. These knights will be the Holy Five, members who guard the order. They serve day and night in the temple, ensuring that the flame does not go out. All paladins of the Empire possess the power of light. From the remaining golden armor, I will, of course, make a temple guard, but I use a custom helmet with gold prints and white feathers. Instead of a head, this minifigure has become a great opportunity to add to my army of light.